Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Philadelphia Catholic League basketball here on Bob Long Sports. Tonight it is a battle to get into the backside of the playoffs. It's LaSalle at West Catholic, two schools that are going to be fighting to get to those 4 wins in the league that it will take to get to the playoffs. Two different stories to get here. LaSalle, a team that struggled mightily last year, a coaching change, some exodus in talent, and they have a team that is playing really hard so far this year. 2 straight wins last week led into a tough loss to Archbishop Bryant, trying to get back to their winning ways. West Catholic, this is a team that graduated just about everybody last year, including Zion Stanford and including Bud Clark, both to go play Division I basketball. They won the state title last year. They were in the Palestra last year. Now we're looking at sophomores, freshmen, a lot of 15-year-olds, quite frankly. A young team under head coach Miguel Bocachica, who won the state title at the 3A level last year, and they're trying to do it a different way. They've played tough basketball against some really challenging and very talented teams in the league. They're hoping it pays dividends going into the final week of the regular season. We'll take a break, and when we come back, Bob Long, Alex Shevchuk, we'll have Danny Rovey and Oliver Gomez along with Brady Joyce. We're going to break it all down for you here on Bob Long Sports.
Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Be a part of the biggest live events. The must-see matches.
He scored!
The game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the global leader of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. Create unforgettable moments that fans won't want to miss. Keep the food and drinks flowing with watch parties that will bring customers in the door and expand dwell time. And watch as these visitors turn into loyal customers with exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers. In over 10,000 bars, restaurants, and cinemas across America, and customizable packages for every type of venue. Make your business the place for the next must-see event. Because if fans can't make it to the stadium or arena, your venue is the next best place.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
My name is William Ryan, and I'm attending Boston College next year. Salle obviously academically is so strong, and that prepares me for college, prepares me for the next 4 years at Boston College. But furthermore, I think the community here at LaSalle and the experiences that they provide will allow me to thrive at Boston College next year. The college counseling office here at LaSalle prepared me for the college application process through just one-on-one interviews with my college counselor, and also just having the door open here, and whenever I had any questions, there were so many resources for me to use and for me to be able to fill out the application to the best of my ability. Obviously we have the Choose Your Path motto, but I like to say it's more of a Blaze Your Path motto. On the basketball team, LaSalle gave me an awesome opportunity to help the team in ways that I wouldn't have expected otherwise by putting together scouting reports and stuff like that. And that's what LaSalle offers. It offers every kid to kind of take the initiative and go forth and do what they want, but do it in an individualistic way.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back, everybody, to LaSalle College High School, the site of tonight's Philadelphia Catholic League matchup against the West Catholic Burrs. And we'll bring you now inside our broadcast booth. Bob Long, Alex Shevchuk is with us, Danny Rovey, and Oliver Gomez. Guys, huge game for both teams that are kind of in that 9, 10, 11 range right now in the standings, and only 10 get into what will be an action-packed and very competitive Philadelphia Catholic League playoff. Anybody can really win, Alex, but you do have to get there, and this win for either of these teams is going to catapult them in that direction.
Yeah, Bob, LaSalle with only 2 wins and West Catholic with 3. LaSalle's in that push, trying to get that extra win so they can get another upset with their home stretch coming up. West Catholic is right there, just one more win away from playoff contention.
Yeah, Danny, to Alex's point, I mean, a 3rd win going to 4 if it is West Catholic here tonight, how big that would be for that team. That might be enough. For LaSalle, they feel like, hey, they win this one, they get even in the win column, they have the head-to-head advantage if it comes to that against West Catholic. But, boy, this game feels like 2 teams that are finding themselves at the right time. Great time for this matchup.
Yeah, absolutely, Bob. And definitely these teams in similar boats in terms of the roster. West Catholic Prep only has 2 rostered seniors on this team. A lot of those guys from last year's state championship winning team graduated. So it definitely is a new look for head coach Boca Chica. He's worked a lot with this team, though, and worked a lot with this core, just as first-year head coach Ryan Insel has. Should be a great matchup tonight. 2 younger teams here on the verge of a playoff run.
And then Oliver Gomez with us here. This LaSalle team, they've won 2 of their last 3, beat Conwell-Egan in overtime, hammered Lansdale Catholic, and then had a tough game against Archbishop Ryan. But what have you seen in the last week from this LaSalle team that shows you they're playing some of their best basketball?
Yeah, throughout the year, it's clear that they've been making some big improvements. Their rebounding's been better, their passing's been better, they've been shooting better. They're just playing more aggressive basketball. They're playing better as a team, and they're taking advantage of the opportunities, and they're making less mistakes. So overall, all around, they've been playing better, and that's why these totals have been coming through. They got a big win on Silent Night, big win against Egan in that overtime, couldn't get it done against Ryan. So I think we're going to see some of their best tonight in their biggest game of the year.
It is their biggest game of the year. There is no doubt about it. And we might have our best broadcast team of the year. Brady Joyce on the camera, Alex Shevchuk with Danny Rovey and Oliver Gomez, 4 LaSalle students with us here on the telecast. Couldn't ask for more. Going to be fun here this evening. We'll meet the starters for West Catholic. They're dressed in black here this evening. Tariq Jennings, the senior. Micah Waters, a junior. You guys might remember Micah Waters shot a 3 from the corner at the Palestra in the Catholic League semifinal. Didn't go, but an offensive rebound put back by his teammate at the time. Amir Walker sent that game against Newman Goretti to overtime. It was a game that they would not win, but my goodness, one of the best semifinals seen in Palestra history. Nair Fairlow, Javon Bird, and Kingston Wheatley, the other starters. And that'll be an early giveaway there off the tip. LaSalle trying to get something going there by tapping that one deep. And West Catholic, we'll start with the basketball. LaSalle's starters, they're dressed in white. Grayson McHugh, Hayes Altamare, Nick Parisi, Liam Hawley, and Joe Shields. An open 3 is good for Tariq Jennings. But Nick Parisi beats the defense down the floor, and LaSalle was ready to go there.
Yeah, nice play right there by Parisi to kind of sneak down towards the side of the court, but how about that 3 right there? Tariq Jennings, the senior, had 16 points against Lansdale Catholic.
LaSalle comes out man-to-man defensively. And they're not looking to switch. It leaves Shields in a tough position, and West Catholic's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Kingston Wheatley, the sophomore, or beg your pardon, that's number 12. Fairlow, the freshman, one of 2 freshmen starting tonight, and Fairlow got the steal. Waving off the shot, first team foul called against LaSalle.
Yeah, Nair Farlow definitely going to be a name to look out for the years to come. Only a freshman here starting for this Spurs team. Like I talked about in the pregame, a lot of young talent here for head coach Miguel Boca Chica.
And Boca Chica's story is a really good one. Brought this program back to prominence. West Catholic had struggled to field competitive rosters in the ultra-competitive Philadelphia Catholic League. There's an offensive foul called against Nick Parisi and Fairlow. How good has he been early defensively? Understood that Parisi was going left and beat him to the spot.
Yeah, and Parisi, absolutely an aggressive player right there when he gets the ball from midcourt range, even beyond the perimeter. So it's important that you guard up on a player like that. And right there, like you said, Bob, Farlow recognized the opportunity.
Nair Farlow has been perhaps the story of the early going thus far, just a minute and a half in. Waters, the junior. Wheatley, and he traveled with it. Grayson McHugh did a nice job this time anticipating where Wheatley was going, forced the turnover.
Put someone in the middle of the court.
Now a 1-2-2 full court pressure. Nice job by Hawley, but then nearly gave it away. Again, Farlow got hands in the way. Did a nice job breaking the pressure, but I thought, Alex, a bounce pass once he got across midcourt might have done him a lot of good there.
Yeah, Bob, that's something that you don't want to do against a zone press. Run in between two people. Just going to trap you and force a turnover or just speed you up. Not an ideal thing for LaSalle right now.
And Hawley has been so good handling the basketball all year long. It's difficult to be a point guard in the Philadelphia Catholic League. There's a block by Farlow, and it's a second personal foul against Nick Parisi, the leading scorer for LaSalle. Oliver, it's been an issue at times for Parisi and several of the other Explorers. He has to take a seat very early in this one.
Yeah, they cannot afford to get into foul trouble in this game for any of their starters, for any of their guys, really. Nick Parisi has had to spend a lot of time on the bench this year because of that early foul trouble, so it's definitely, if they're going to make a push towards the playoffs, he has to take that away from this game.
Okay, so the first chess piece on the board has been moved. LaSalle has to go to the bench earlier than West Catholic. Burrs have a 4-point lead. Jennings. Good job by Luke Hudak into the game to stay in front of Jennings. Can he do it again here? Wheatley for three. And just judging defensively there, Danny, I think LaSalle was willing to give that one up.
Yeah, absolutely. Wheatley, definitely a good player. He had 16 of his own against St. Joe's Prep, the sophomore. And right there, LaSalle chose to leave him open, that ball off the front end of the rim.
We'll get one more look here. It was a good feed inside for McHugh. McHugh trying to head fake Wheatley, who stayed down, and that led to that extra shuffle of the pivot foot. So a game started with a lot of pace, buckets on the first three offensive possessions, and it slowed to a crawl. That'll light it up. Micah Waters for three gives a 9-2 lead for West Catholic, dressed in the black tonight.
Yeah, that's definitely an element of head coach Miguel Bocachica's game, is they love to work the perimeter, and right now doing a great job of that, the Burrs.
I believe Philadelphia Coach of the Year last year. If he wasn't, he probably deserved it for everything he did with this program. First trip to the Palestra in a long time. McHugh couldn't finish, got his own rebound. All he's doing, Alex, is padding the stats. Give him an offensive rebound plus the 2.
Yeah, you could have seen him throw the ball down over there, but instead he settled with the jump hook. But like you said, got the rebound, put it back up.
I say that in jest on the stat stuffing, of course. Jennings. All the way to the hoop. That's a big finish by Micah Waters.
He had a tough bucket right there. Micah Waters gets the job done. Definitely met with a lot of pressure going up to the rim.
Good look. Extra pass out to Mare. It's short, but he got his own rebound. Hudak loves that corner three. Almost banked it in. It's pretty good offense, though. 2 good looks. Neither of them particularly close.
Right now, West Catholic definitely getting a chance to work the ball around, see if they can find some open space on the 3.
Hudak, not in legal guarding position, put 2 hands on the ball handler. And you look at this foul disparity early on. Just the first on Luke Hudak, but the 4th on this LaSalle team. The next will put the Burrs in the bonus.
Yeah, and Oliver, that's a point you touched on previously just a couple minutes ago, is the foul trouble of a lot of these players on this LaSalle team. And like you said, I mean, with this final 3-game home stretch with the fate of the playoffs on the line, it's just so important that they absolutely lock in by all means on the defensive front.
Will Bear just checked into the game. He's given them really good minutes in the last few contests, particularly their 2 wins. And that's another 3 I think they'll live with. Isaiah Muhammad, 7th or 8th on the depth chart here for West Catholic, and very quickly Saeed Lee will come to the scorer's table. He'll come in on the next stoppage. But I don't think Boca Chica liked that shot attempt from Muhammad. Now West Catholic is switching on the ball screens in the man-to-man. And Liam Hawley, too strong off the window. Tried to reestablish himself, but could not as he touched that ball in an out-of-bounds position. Boy, again, Danny, you get everything you want here, and it's an open layup. But you got a couple of shot blockers running after you. It's tough to kiss that softly off the window.
Yeah, especially right there with the pace that Liam Hawley runs with, getting to the basket. It's so hard to blow by those defenders and then keep composure when you get up for the layup.
That's a quick first step to the hoop and a big-time finish. Nair Farlow.
And you talk about keeping composure right there. Farlow hustling all across the court there, tipping that ball loose after a great bucket.
Yeah, we'll get one more look. Not giving up on the play. He has been fun to watch here tonight. And Miguel Bocachica, when we talked to him pregame, he beamed with a point of pride when he said, hey, we're starting 2 freshmen. He's excited for what they have been able to do. He says Javon Bird, in addition to what Farlow's had to do, is one of the best freshmen in the Philadelphia Catholic League. He'll take him over anybody. Altamare. And there is Bird bringing it down. In fact, Boca Chica said, Bob, yeah, we got the 3 wins, but we have played against a lot of really talented teams. We've been the better team at times, just not for all 32 minutes. Well, they've been the better team through 7 minutes, and Ryan Ansell wants a timeout. 15-4, and Oliver, some thoughts on what we've seen from how West Catholic has come out on the attack tonight.
Yeah, West Catholic, right when LaSalle gets that ball and gets the inbound, they're up, they're high pressing, they're double teaming the guy that's going to come up with the ball. They're making LaSalle work for every inch that they're going to get on the court, and it's working. 4 points, and we're almost through the first quarter.
This portion of today's game brought to you by the Great American Pub. It's a great spot to go for dinner, for drinks, for your next corporate event. They still have the rooftop bar open in Conshohocken. We love that. I know Danny loves the spot in Phoenixville, right down the road from him. Great American Pub is where it's at. We appreciate the Hempshire family for sponsoring our telecasts all year long. Thanks to them for their sponsorship. Make sure to support the folks that are supporting high school athletes. Like these guys, CJO Design and Construction, landscape contracting firm in the greater Philadelphia area. Chad Ormond, our good buddy with the LaSalle football program, has been sponsoring us for a while now. We appreciate him doing so. If you're looking for a landscaping project or in addition to your home, something in that regard, a new deck, give them a call and visit them at cjodesignandconstruction.com. Final minute of this first quarter. It's been all West Catholic. Shields is in trouble. Preston Washington just checked into the game. Shields goes to work, just couldn't get it to go, lacked some English. But I like him getting to that spot. Open 3 for West Catholic, they are firing away.
Yeah, that's number 3, Micah Waters right there from deep. That was a player that LaSalle refused to guard a few possessions ago earlier in the quarter, and right there cashing in with the trifecta.
That's a dangerous pass and a nickel dimer called against Saeed Lee. Miguel Bocachica, as you saw on the tail end there, he loves that effort. And that is a dangerous pass that just got to Joey Shields in time. So Parisi comes back into the game, offense, defense, expecting that this is the last possession of the first quarter. At some point, though, Alex is going to turn into not just offense, defense, but he's going to need to be out there. Can only let the deficit get so high. Parisi to the rim, count it, and one. And that is exactly what the doctor ordered, headed to the first quarter break.
Yeah, and what a bucket right there by Nick Parisi. How hard is that to go under right there when you have two guys guarding you? Just such a phenomenal play. He does a great job of getting to the basket just as much as he does shooting the three ball.
Adding some jazz to the pivot there with a little rucker stuff there and gets through the defenders. So pretty.
Parisi has been good from the line this season. Stays hot. And good decision there by Ryan Ansel, head coach for LaSalle, to replace him for the final defensive possession. And that'll do it for the first quarter. So what was all West and certainly still feels that way, a modicum of momentum here for LaSalle as Nick Parisi finishes at the buzzer there in the final second to cut the deficit to 11. This portion of today's game is brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox & Roach Realtors, specifically our favorite realtors, Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle. They do a great job, and they have helped my family and a couple of my friends, as it turns out, buy their dream homes. They're just the best, and they know what the real estate market will bear. They know what you need to do to make a competitive offer, or if you're selling your home, how to extract that value from your home. Licensed in PA, they can help you in New Jersey as well. Maybe you're looking for a second home in the mountains or at the beach. Give them a call and tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you. You won't regret it. And then E&M Insurance in North Wales. It's a property and casualty insurance firm run by Chris Marr from the class of 1989 here at LaSalle with two sons that went to school here. 15 minutes, that's all it takes to have Chris or one of his wonderful agents review your policy. He'll let you know where you might have gaps in coverage. One in particular, as we've had a lot of rain this year, we expect a wet spring. Make sure that you have a rider on your policy for water backup, for sump pump damage, because a lot of folks go along thinking that they have home insurance and they don't have sump pump backup, but it's all included. It is not. And Chris Marr from E&M Insurance, EANDMinsurance.com, he can tell you a lot better than I can. I'm just the messenger, but give him a call and see how we can help you and your family. Preston Washington turns it over on the carry. And I know that Hawley cannot go out there and play 32 minutes at point guard, but it is a challenge for this team when he's off the floor in terms of who's running the point I've seen.
Yeah, absolutely. Hawley definitely a cornerstone of this LaSalle offense, and like you said, Bob, always tough to play all 32.
LaSalle into his zone, changing up the defense from man-to-man to start the second quarter. And West Catholic does an excellent job getting it to the center. He'll take that look every time. Washington did not get to the basketball. He was closest to it, and LaSalle very fortunate.
That ball was picked up right there by number 2, Saeed Lee.
Definitely a risky pass there, something the Explorers will not want to see there.
Yeah. And again, that's one, when that pass comes, then if you're the recipient, you got to come to the ball and get it with two hands. Joey O'Brien, and he is fouled in the act. They say that ball was trapped, hit first before it got to the backboard, so no goaltending. Love this move by O'Brien. One rip and get to the rim.
Yeah, that's some pure acceleration we see from just a great athlete like Joey O'Brien. We called it all season on the football field, Bob, and this year we've had the pleasure of seeing it on the basketball court as well.
O'Brien, his second. So now an opportunity on the made basket to get Joey O'Brien up top. And the 1-2-2, Washington got a hand on it. Good pressure here by LaSalle, but then now they got to collapse back and get into the zone. Nicely done there by LaSalle. Did not coerce the turnover, but made life difficult for West Catholic. Good hands by Washington. And he is fouled by the freshman, Farlow.
Yeah, Washington done a great job right there of just reacting to the pass in front of him, then accelerating with the dribble, drawing the foul.
Timeout on the floor, and Miguel Boca Chica does not like the last couple of offensive possessions. Can't blame him. One more sponsor to thank here in the first half, and that's our good buddies at Next Play Basketball. It's an AAU basketball organization here in the Philadelphia area. They got some wonderful coaches. They have teams from 3rd grade through 12th grade, boys and girls, with a tryout coming out near you. They do some wonderful tournaments in the area. They prioritize not just your acumen on the floor, but off the floor, and it's a really great AAU organization. In a land of sometimes minefields of AAU, you don't know what you're going to get. This is one of the really good programs in the area, and we hope that you'll give them a shot. Check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and wherever you do your social media. Guys, let's talk about LaSalle High School here. We got 4 students on the broadcast. What is the word around the hallway these days?
Yeah, well, definitely the students are just kind of locked into this basketball team as they start this playoff push, as well as LaSalle hockey. They had their senior night just a couple days ago against the Haverford School. Spring sports are beginning to start up. I'm a rugby player myself, so we're beginning training as well as lacrosse and baseball. So in terms of athletics, I think business is booming, Bob.
Love it. Love it. Parisi back into the game with those 2 fouls. Hawley remains on the bench. McHugh gets a touch, and good rip there. Nice job to get the basketball by Waters. Waters rewarded on the other end. Great pass for Wheatley, and that is how you run offense in transition.
And how about Kingston Wheatley right there? That's something that you don't see too often, going with the reverse layup on Grayson McHugh, front facing the basket.
And Nick Parisi knocked it down. That Miguel Boca Chica and led coaching staff and team not going to be happy. You got to know where number 4 is at all times. Oh, what a finish. That's a freshman going up against 6'8", Grayson McHugh. Now Parisi the other end, and that is not a good giveaway. Wheatley will come the other way. West Catholic, they've always been so dangerous in transition. Extra pass, Waters, love the look. It just didn't go. But Danny, they got the nickname Run with West for a reason, and they know how to run in transition.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that West Catholic does a great job of is making teams play their tempo. We can see right here
counted and
great
one.
3 from Nick Parisi, and 1. LaSalle begins to then run their offense fast as well, which can also result in buckets like that from Nick Parisi. A deep 3 ball and 1.
Good find there by Grayson McHugh. Parisi not given space to land. Maybe a bit of theatrics as well. And he's got a chance to cut it to 7.
That's a huge play for the Explorers if Parisi converts on this. Possibly a momentum shifter here with just over 5 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Only down 7 here. The Explorers are getting a push back against this West Catholic team. Not giving up.
Hawley back into the game. More 1-2-2 pressure. Clock is ticking here in the backcourt. O'Brien gets to the hoop, and it's a 5-point game.
I mean, O'Brien showing that length there and just using his skill there on the take, kind of tucking it back in.
There's an open 3, didn't look good off the hands. McHugh might have been fouled. But LaSalle wants to get out and run as well. Now into the set. Some life in the building. Student section now standing. Parisi, tough shot. McHugh got two hands on it. Oh, and just didn't quite finish as he went up with the left hand. Clearly not as comfortable going up with that offhand quite yet in his sophomore year. Bird. Again, good check out by Grayson McHugh. He's given them great minutes thus far here tonight.
Another element of LaSalle's game, definitely to tighten up here with this home stretch, is rebounding. Grayson McHugh doing a great job of that so far.
Good rip there by Liam Hawley. Comes to the jump stop, works his way into the lane like a seasoned vet. Double team in a tough spot. Hawley got the steal, and they got numbers. 4-on-1. Great find. It's a one-point game.
And this is why these late season games are just so much fun to watch. There's high press from both teams, that high tempo play. This game is moving so fast right now. It's just so fun to watch because it really shows how important these games are to both of these teams, and LaSalle making a roaring comeback right now.
And maybe that shot a little quick too from West Catholic. Oliver, to your point, I think LaSalle's pressure is speeding up West. McHugh gets to his right hand, and it's a blocking foul. Another one at point-blank range, Alex. We were talking about it before that McHugh will want back. But a great call by this official. Another look. There's no restraining arc, but he's right underneath the basket, so set or not, great call by that official.
I mean, yeah, Bob, talking about that, not going hard in the paint there, McHugh could really use his size and be more of a dominant force in this PCL league, and he does it on the football field. But this LaSalle team wants to see him do it more on the court and show some more of his size.
Yep, and he's getting there, right? I mean, he's learning the game of basketball, getting more comfortable. We talked about the left hand. You know, he kind of goes to that Euro step move at times, and he's working the Rolodex. He's figuring out how to improve that footwork. He will be a big-time player here in the league for years to come. And that's the fun of it, right? I mean, a lot of these guys are coming back next year. Of course, Hawley and Hudak are seniors, but that's it for LaSalle.
And Joe Shields.
And Joey Shields, you're right, beg your pardon. They might have him listed incorrectly. There he is, there he is. He was hiding on the roster.
Under 3 minutes here, it's imperative LaSalle continues to guard tight in this man-to-man set.
Having trouble with the handles, there was Jennings. Deep three for Bird to settle things down. Javon Bird.
Yeah, Javon Bird, 16 points as well against Lansdale Catholic Friday night. The spot-up shooter does it again from far.
An offensive foul is called, and that went against Joe Shields. That's off ball on the screen, it looked like. Let's get a look on replay. That's a tough call there, guys. Let's get one more look. I really didn't see it. I guess they thought he flew the elbow out, but again, we're looking at Shields in the lane. That's a check out. That's just sealing. But on the other end, LaSalle got a steal, so it all worked out from the Explorers' end of things. It's a 2-point game. Poked away from behind.
Did a nice job right there, O'Brien, using that length to creep up from behind and just jab that one out. LaSalle will possess the ball again here, under 2 minutes to go.
Bear with the basketball. Patience here from LaSalle. Hudak, they don't close out on him. He nearly made him pay. I like that look from the corner.
Yeah, and Hudak's been known as the target man all year long for the Explorers. That corner spot is his money range, just couldn't fall.
Here comes O'Brien leading the break. Shields. 1:14 to play. Standing at the scorer's table are Nick Parisi and Grayson McHugh waiting to come back in. Great look for Bear. And it's poked away from behind. Would have been a good look there for LaSalle, but the stoppage does give them the opportunity in the final minute 6 to get their offensive guys out on the floor. It's a good lineup, and I wonder, do you run offense to get a shot at your normal cadence, or do you try to take some clock here? Nope, they're not going to take any clock. Grayson McHugh rises high.
I mean, that's what we want to see here at LaSalle. We want to see number 13 rise up and start using some of his power. Some of his teammates have told me at practice he's been showing out, and he's doing it in the game today.
Tie game, 46 seconds to play. West Catholic now just hanging on here and looking to potentially take the last shot of the half. Does LaSalle pressure them at all? Again, of note, Nick Parisi with the 2 personal fouls gave a little shove to the back, but they get the steal. O'Brien goes to the hoop, throws it up wildly. Plenty of time here. You can take the time off, or you can take the open look. West Catholic basketball.
Yeah, LaSalle rushed that offensive possession right there, but they had every reason to. Looked like O'Brien went up, and he was looking to draw the foul initially. Ball was picked up, redistributed it, and the 3 from Parisi missed. Tie ball game here in LaSalle, just in need of a stop.
And maybe you can get a call there if you're O'Brien, but you gotta make it believable.
Yep.
The actual shot attempt rather than throwing it up wildly.
Don't turn your back.
3 seconds left. Jennings lost the ball, and he's fouled by Will Bear with 0.3 seconds to play. One more look. And now Tamari just a half step slow, giving up that baseline. So 0.3 if he does make 2 here, or makes the second one. LaSalle will have a chance to catch and release. Anything less than 0.3, and it has to be a tip by rule. And that'll do it. A really good first half. Back and forth we go. It was 18-4, West Catholic at one point, and LaSalle goes on a run to tie it at 25 in the final minute of the second quarter. West Catholic adds 2 free throws at the end. Oliver, let's start with you. Thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, a really great defensive game being played so far by both sides. LaSalle started the pressure late in the half. They're starting to make West Catholic make more mistakes, and it's been working. They held their point total really low in the second quarter, and they've been roaring back on offense. So LaSalle's been playing really well. They've been adapting well to their rough start to the game.
Danny.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, Oliver, adaptability is just so important in this league. And right now, I just give a lot of props to LaSalle. Although this game is not over, they were down double digits and worked all the way back. But West Catholic's definitely going to come out of this huddle with some firepower. So it's going to be a very action-packed second half.
I mean, yeah, Bob, just like Danny said, just such a rough and hard first quarter for LaSalle there. Just down 18-4, but they're pushing it back, showing why they can still contend for this PCL playoff spot. And just now they just need to keep playing hard, and keep making their shots, and keep playing together, because this is what's going to help them.
Well, you nailed it there, Alex. That's the lead here tonight, is the winner puts themselves in a great spot to play the final week with a ton on the line to go to the Philadelphia Catholic League playoffs. For the loser, it's going to be a lot tougher to advance to the Catholic League playoffs and even to give themselves a shot. As we've seen, there's 10 teams or more this year that have a chance to get to the Palestra, but you got to win, you got to get in to give yourself that shot. Stay with us, and we'll be back in a few short minutes here for the second half.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Be a part of the biggest live events. The must-see matches. The game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the global leader of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. Create unforgettable moments that fans won't want to miss. Keep the food and drinks flowing with watch parties that will bring customers in the door and expand dwell time. And watch as these visitors turn into loyal customers with exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers. In over 10,000 bars, restaurants, and cinemas across America, and customizable packages for every type of venue. Make your business the place for the next must-see event. Because if fans can't make it to the stadium or arena, your venue is the next best place.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
My name is William Ryan, and I'm attending Boston College next year. Salle obviously academically is so strong, and that prepares me for college, prepares me for the next 4 years at Boston College. But furthermore, I think the community here at LaSalle and the experiences that they provide will allow me to thrive at Boston College next year. The college counseling office here at LaSalle prepared me for the college application process through just one-on-one interviews with my college counselor, and also just having the door open here, and whenever I had any questions, there were so many resources for me to use and for me to be able to fill out the application to the best of my ability. Obviously we have the Choose Your Path motto, but I like to say it's more of a Blaze Your Path motto. On the basketball team, LaSalle gave me an awesome opportunity to help the team in ways that I wouldn't have expected otherwise by putting together scouting reports and stuff like that. And that's what LaSalle offers. It offers every kid to kind of take the initiative and go forth and do what they want, but do it in an individualistic way.
Hello, I'm Brother James, President of LaSalle College High School. We are excited to welcome you as you explore LaSalle.
Hi, I'm Andrew Brennan, Student Body President here at LaSalle. Over the next few minutes, you're going to experience LaSalle through an exciting lens and learn about the different paths you can explore.
Hi, I'm Jim Fike, principal of LaSalle College High School. For over 160 years, LaSalle provided a college preparatory education to young men in the Philadelphia area. Our goal is to give them the opportunity to discover and develop their God-given talents. LaSalle's curriculum is academically challenging and designed to prepare young men for the future. LaSalle offers students choices across more than 120 topics, and our concentration program allows students to experience various career fields and earn credentials during their time here. LaSalle is a faith-centered community.
Third quarter about to get underway here from LaSalle College High School. The stakes are high. We've talked about them. West Catholic with 3 wins, LaSalle with 2. This would get to LaSalle with getting them to 3 wins, and they'd likely need one against either Newman Goretti or Father Judge next weekend to get to the Catholic League playoffs. Good block there, leads to the travel. One more look. And again, getting inside Wheatley, but Grayson McHugh is there for the block.
I mean, you saw that play drawn up there by Coach Miguel, just perfectly executed, except Kingston Wheatley just couldn't throw it down there, just so close.
Our buddy Huck Palmer, who does all the stats in the Catholic League. Big block there inside by Jennings. It was a good attempt to get it inside for McHugh, but Jennings on a weak side help was the difference. Loose ball, and LaSalle has to get back into this zone defense. But West Catholic was 10 for 20 from the floor in the first half. 5 of 14 from 3. They were perfect 2 for 2 from the foul line. 9 rebounds, 7 assists, and 7 turnovers. And a lot of that came in succession as LaSalle ratcheted up the screws defensively. Micah Waters led the way with 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Open 3. And no chance that time from Farlow. Nick Parisi leads the way. He was hit hard with no foul call, and now lots of numbers for West Catholic.
Yeah, Nick Parisi right there, slow to get up. That's never something you want to see. Went up right there, a lot of contact, and surprisingly, no whistle to be seen.
And perhaps a soft call on the other end. Yes, a brief extension of the off arm, but I think that might have been a make-up call for one missed on the other end. Yeah, it's a tough call there. I don't know.
A little bit of the shove.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if anything. Now on the other end, by the way, LaSalle 10 for 22 from the floor in the first half, 2 for 7 from 3, 3 of 6 from the line. So again, 7 turnovers, 7 assists. Nick Parisi played just 6 minutes with the foul trouble and scored 14 points. Grayson McHugh with 8 rebounds. Joey O'Brien 3 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals in the second quarter alone. Count that one plus the foul for Liam Hawley.
I mean, Hawley, just such a crafty move right there to get to the basket. Plants that foot, moves right off of it. That's such a hard move to pull off. Does a great job.
We go back to that stat line again. O'Brien, 3 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals. I mean, that is filling it up. And he comes to the scorer's table as we speak. So LaSalle leads the ball game for the first time tonight. West Catholic, the reigning 3A state champions. Getting to the hoop, and Wheatley just didn't catch the basketball. Great look for O'Brien. O'Brien to the hoop, count it, and 1. The freshman Farlow was late to the spot. It's a good call on the block charge. O'Brien unabashed, getting to the rim.
That's something we've seen so much this season. O'Brien, just a fearless rim attacker. Seeing it again, and just a great job putting that one down, the M1 opportunity.
Oliver on the line here tonight. We talked a lot, getting that 3rd win, setting yourself up where you think winning one more gets you into the playoffs. It also will eclipse their win total from last year, which was just 2 in the Catholic League. They've played more competitively in just about every game this year. They've been within a possession 4 or 5 times. This would be big to keep them in it this year.
Yeah, Bob, you mentioned them being within a possession in a lot of these games. It's got to be tough mentally for them, but they've been battling the entire year. They've been really keeping the games close. They've been playing well. They're doing things like this. They're moving the ball, taking advantage, and that's why I think they have a good shot at making the playoffs.
Another look. No numbers for LaSalle. Hawley shields that defender on the backside. How do you get 5 back and nobody closes out on Nick Parisi? Get the puppies organized, knock it down. It's a 7-point lead.
Yeah, LaSalle really making a statement with that shot from Nick Parisi, a deep 3 ball. Once again for the Explorers, now extending this lead.
A look inside the West Catholic huddle. Miguel Bocachica less than pleased. And Danny, you can see why. You can understand why. How LaSalle has come back here. And West Catholic, they have yet to score here in this second half. It's a 9-0 run to start things here by LaSalle.
Yeah, and West Catholic just completely in disarray on defense, kind of forgetting their matchups, forgetting the style of basketball that they played so well in that first quarter, which caused them to be up by 14 points, with only minutes to start the game. So Bocachica definitely taking advantage of this timeout here to just kind of focus on his game plan with his team and get these guys back on track here. But LaSalle keeps on rolling here. The shot is hot, as some would say, and LaSalle continues to attack the basket.
This portion of today's game brought to you by Next Play Basketball. It's an AAU basketball organization here in the Philadelphia area. Last checked, I think they had 26 teams. So whether you're playing boys basketball or girls basketball in grade school, junior high, or high school, you're planning to prepare for the next level to play in college, visit Next Play Basketball on all the popular social media platforms. They got some great coaches. They got some tryouts coming up. And they're one of the best in the area. LaSalle again without numbers, but Hawley does not care.
Making it up for his pass one. He uses his pace and just gets straight to the rim and just lays it up.
It's a 9-point lead. And short of Lansdale Catholic, this might be their largest lead of the Catholic League season. Maybe they got there at one point against Conwell Egan. But this is as good as they've looked all year, and Nick Parisi picked up the 3rd personal foul. Even more concerning. Slow to get up. Yeah, oh man, that did not look great on the replay either. Just kind of turned the ankle a little bit. He comes to the bench on his own power. He looks okay. Just another look here as he just got tied up there. And by the way, what am I thinking? Thanks to our buddy Will Ryan up at Boston College checking me. LaSalle led by 14 at half on the road at Wood. How soon we forget. What a game that was, too.
Exciting first half there for the Explorers against Wood.
Great feed inside, and McHugh missed the bunny. He did everything right, did the seal. Joey O'Brien forces the turnover on the other end. Another look, though. That's just an excellent seal. Maybe you go up with the left hand. You kind of go with the right hand. You're blocked out by the rim there, but that will come with time.
Yeah, and I mean, just a very slight mental error for number 13, Grayson McHugh. Really could not get much closer to the rim with that 6'8" frame of his.
Alex, to your point, throw it down, and then we don't have the problem.
Yeah.
I see you shaking the head there. I love it. You want him to throw it down.
Yeah, high hopes for the young sophomore. Expect much more out of him for his upcoming seasons in the Philadelphia Catholic League.
Oh, I think he's a problem. I think he's a problem for teams. He's got the right frame for it, not just height-wise. He's got the wide shoulders, got the big hands, makes him a great defensive end. It's going to make him a big-time post presence as he continues to get more reps under his belt. Give him an off-season to work on that left hand. We know he can get to the basket off the bounce. He is fun to watch. And look at him again, seal that defender. And he traveled, though, got a little ahead of himself.
So LaSalle right there failing to score on those past two opportunities. One of the keys to this game is not to leave points on the board. In a game like this where a win is so important, they cannot leave points on the scoreboard.
Second team foul here in the third quarter. Liam Hawley picked it up. That's his second.
LaSalle holding it down here in the second half. When they were down by 2, now they're up by 9, showing why. They're just a better team here.
Can they close it out? That's been the nature of the conversation all year. Jennings, they're willing to give him that 3.
It's a big miss right there, off the rim and out.
Preston Washington. That clock is running, and now they will reset it. And Hawley wants the basketball in his hand to run the half court. Feigns the ball screen, got into the lane. Thought that might have been kicked. Ooh. And a timeout. Timeout called by Ryan Ansell.
Hawley did a great job of picking that one up with not much leg room there. We could see him dish that one right out to Preston Washington.
Good little break of the ankle there after the whistle.
Had a full head of steam ahead of him.
Did not look happy when Coach Ansell called the timeout. He wanted to pull it.
Yeah. Again, it was after the whistle, and you know, a lot of stuff happens after the whistle. I don't know if he would have gotten unabated to the lane the way it looked after the whistle, but yeah, I think it was a good timeout. LaSalle was out of sorts.
Yeah, definitely.
So it will be Preston Washington inbound. On the floor for LaSalle, Luke Hudak, Liam Hawley, Grayson McHugh, and Joey O'Brien. I like this lineup, by the way, with O'Brien and McHugh on the floor at the same time. Don't see it a ton. Washington again gets to the lane. Great look, an extra one. That's really good basketball, make or miss. Luke Hudak, he says, hey, I was straight up there. Pretty good defense. Tariq Jennings will shoot 2.
Yeah, you know, and despite that foul on Hudak, he did a great job of tracking back and finding Tariq Jennings. That's a really tough play when you are running on your heels and you have another player behind you to the left, but usually the focus on that basketball.
Yeah, you know what? This official's going to have a better look than us in terms of did he really go straight up. I'm just telling you, from this establishing shot, that looks like excellent defense from Luke Hudak.
Excellent is the right word there. Straight up. Might have had a little bump to it.
Yeah, maybe that's what, and again, that's something that the official would have an angle on that we would not from where Brady Joyce has the camera. West Catholic is now picking up full court. McHugh lost the basketball and shot it wildly, got himself tied underneath the basket. Blocked by O'Brien, blocked by McHugh.
Back-to-back blocks for the Explorers as that ball is corralled by Liam Hawley.
You get a block, you get a block. Hawley to the hoop. He's fouled by Micah Waters. I tell you, Oliver, this game is starting to elevate in its intensity.
Yeah, this is what I expected to see tonight. Two teams eager for that 4-win mark. You know, but West Catholic trying to get it. LaSalle trying to get as close as they've ever been. So tempers are going to be high. A lot of big plays like this.
Yeah, and Hawley right there just continuing to prove his leadership on this Explorers team. When you need a tough bucket, he's the guy you call on. Takes matters into his own hands. Doesn't matter his size or stature. He'll find a way to get to the rim and draw a foul as he knocks down that first one.
Back to a 9-point lead, and very quickly Hayes Altamari will check into the game to replace Hawley. I can only imagine that this is a brief respite for Hawley. More full court pressure, and nice job by West Catholic to get to the middle of the floor. Can they get an easy one out of it? Good hands. Fortunate there. And Bird makes good on it. That's a great assist to Tariq Jennings.
LaSalle defense lacking that man playing help as Wilbury had to go back and cut the baseline off. They were slacking.
Altamari. Preston Washington pulls this one back. And LaSalle into the half-court set. Washington lost the basketball. Not a good turnover, and then a foul given right back. Dribbled into a double team. Just the fourth team foul, and here comes Hawley to the scorer's table.
And Hawley giving Washington a rest right there. Gave that ball up and then the foul. It's unfortunate for LaSalle. You're in this position, you really cannot foul, especially with something as silly as a reach-in from behind. Especially at this notion of the quarter. 1:31 remaining. You're still up single digits. This game is well within reach for the Burrs. It's important you play that way.
Good hands by Luke Hudak.
LaSalle been intercepting a lot of these passes. Preston Washington been really good with the hands.
Hayes Altamari for three. Largest lead of the night at 10. Can Bird get it right back? No, that's well short. And with a minute to go, I know LaSalle likes the free-flowing offense, but do you take some time down here? They will not, because LaSalle is in the bonus, and beg your pardon, Liam Hawley will shoot two after the interception by Hudak on the other end.
Yeah, and Perez right there, just poor judgment with the reach in. It's just so important that LaSalle continues to capitalize from the charity stripe. Take advantage of whatever fouls the Burrs can give them. A few seconds ago, they're only up by 7 points. Now this lead is stretched to 11. Make it 12 here. The Explorers continue to roll.
By the way, while we continue to experience the mea culpa or correcting ourselves portion of the broadcast, as Liam Hawley got another steal. Again, no numbers for him, but man, he's just got that ball on a string. But in addition to Will Ryan and Drew Ansell telling us, by the way, that LaSalle was up 14 at the half at Wood, They did go up as much as 15 in that game, so that was their largest Catholic League lead all season. So they lead by 12 here now. Final minute of the third quarter. Hawley got by Wheatley, puts up a tough one. Down to the final 4 seconds. Still plenty of time for the Birds. 3 at the horn is good. And a little bit of momentum as we head to the fourth quarter for the West Catholic Birds, who are staying in it in the final 8 minutes.
And so much for a double-digit lead right there. Now cut to 9 points. We got ourselves a ball game heading into the fourth.
I mean, clutch shot for West Catholic there. Nassim Perez just getting the ball, stopping and pulling up right over 2 defenders. Not easy to do at such a smaller size.
This portion of today's game is brought to you by E&M Insurance. It's a property and casualty insurance firm in North Wales. Thanks to our buddy Chris Marr from the class of 1989 for sponsoring our broadcast for all these years. We appreciate what he does, and we can tell you a little bit about their business. E&M Insurance, they've been servicing the Delaware Valley insurance needs, since 1988, built on the principles of providing superior customer service and quality insurance solutions for their customers. They're an independent agent, meaning they work with a select group of highly rated insurance companies that have proven their performance over the years. They excel at providing finding the best coverage for you and the best rates. Maybe those in the LaSalle or West Catholic communities that have youthful age drivers, you can call E&M Insurance to see if they can improve your coverage and save you money. Look for them on the web at eandminsurance.com or find them on Facebook. Okay, 1 quarter to go. For all intents and purposes, the season is on the line here for LaSalle. And for West Catholic, a comeback win would make things a lot easier in terms of punching their ticket to the Philadelphia Catholic League playoffs.
Yeah, and right there, Saeed Lee giving up a big foul already, only 2 seconds into this fourth quarter. We can see Coach Bocachica irate at him. That's one thing West Catholic's gonna have to watch out for is their fouls here in this fourth quarter.
Parisi has spent a lot of time on the bench with foul trouble. Also was dinged up the last time we saw him on the floor. Comes to the basketball. Looks pretty smooth here. Parisi. The double team comes for him. LaSalle works the ball and another foul is called. Second of the quarter. Saeed Lee picks it up.
Yes. That's his second foul in the first 33 seconds of the fourth quarter, something that Coach McGale does not want to see. He wants to see some of that junior presence be there because it's getting to that stretch. But he'll put the freshman Farlow back in.
Yeah, and LaSalle was also in the bonus for a couple minutes in the third as well. So that's going to be back-to-back quarters here if they continue these foul habits.
That's his fourth foul. Ooh. Tough shot. Nick Parisi a little short. Jennings. And West Catholic wants to run. Had a man in transition. Waters gets to the hoop. And he shoots 2. Coming up here next. That's a really good job in transition. Get to the corner. Defense is going to collapse on him because they know he can shoot the 3. And so Waters gets to the hoop and draws the contact.
Yeah, and from that collapse on defense, like you said, Bob, Waters did a great job there of shifting his weight and then using that to create momentum driving in on the basket. And right there, West Catholic getting a big break from the free throw line, 43-35.
You think about games where LaSalle has had leads, talked about the Archbishop Wood one. Maybe that's a little bit different where you have 2 of the best players in the city going off in the second half and playing impassioned basketball, but LaSalle gave up a lead there. Ooh, I don't know if he reestablished himself, or I don't know if that's the rule there or not. That was close, though, near half court. McHugh Shields for three.
Oh.
How does that one not go down? Take the lid off for the senior. That looked good. Farlow. But they led against Archbishop Carroll. They led against Devon Prep. They came back all the way against St. Joe's Prep and trailed by just one. Can they close one out? Jennings and LaSalle doing a nice job with the zone defense. Kingston Wheatley is fouled by Grayson McHugh. That's a good call there. Some of the fans don't like it, but I think the replay will be quite clear that he got the arm in there.
Yeah, McHugh definitely did not time that getting around to the ball and got a lot of Kingston Wheatley instead.
Yeah, a little bear hug, bear hug. A little brotherly shove, I guess. It's a young West Catholic team, but they've found their way into a lot of these games. They're trying to finish some of these games themselves, and Grayson McHugh picks up yet another personal foul.
That is something Coach Ansel and LaSalle does not want to see, especially when number 22 Kingston Wheatley's on the floor. I mean, just such a presence there for West Catholic with his size and length. They need McHugh back in the game.
Yeah, he's got 3 personal fouls, Alex, to your point. So he's going to stay on the floor for now.
And 3 team fouls, that is, for the Explorers. Definitely something to keep an eye on here. We have just over 6 minutes to go.
1 of 2 for Kingston Wheatley. Saw some time last year, did Wheatley, as a freshman in their state championship run at the 3A level. Their Palestra run. Shields for 3. Another one that was halfway down. You can't argue with the look. You can't argue with the form. You can't. It looked good 3/4 of the way there. Jennings. And he is fouled by Shields. That's one you can't argue with. Absolutely. You don't want to close out too hard on Jennings. Make him beat you from triple range.
Yeah, despite the foul on Jennings right there, how about the length that he has? I mean, still got a great look off, even with the contact from Shields.
So they can cut this all the way to 3. Well, not with that missed free throw from Tariq Jennings.
Sal here adding, of course, another team foul. 1 shy here of putting the Burrs in the bonus. Still 5 minutes and 35 left on the clock. A big miss as well from Jennings.
Oliver, there's a cap on both sides of the floor, it looks
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in here. It's like nothing wants to go down.
Reminds me of those tight rims at the Palestra.
There you go. There you go.
Not too much forgiveness down there in University City.
So 1 of 3 for Tariq Jennings, one of the lone seniors on this West Catholic team. A giveaway there. And it's a long 5 minutes and 26 seconds if you're a LaSalle basketball fan. O'Brien got the steal and is fouled by Nassim Perez. So he gives it away on one end, and he takes it into his own hands on the other.
I mean, he's got to have at least 5 steals in the game right now. I mean, he's just doing such a great job on the defensive end, just using his length and size and scoring as well. He's just doing everything for the Explorers here.
Yeah, Alex, he had 4 steals in the second quarter alone, and I don't think this is his first steal of the second half. It may have been 2 more even. He's having a career day in terms of coercing turnovers.
Yeah, you talk about improvement for him. In the beginning of the year, those were fouls. He was fouling a lot in the middle of the court when trying to be aggressive and get those steals. So he's cleaning it up. He's finishing the steals, and he's been getting a lot of points the other way.
And he made 2 free throws to boot, which allows LaSalle to get back into that 1-2-2 zone that West Catholic has continually struggled with. LaSalle back into the 2-3 zone. That's a deep three. Nassim Perez, little hitch in that shot. That was a deep one to take early in the half-court possession.
Body's on the floor here.
Wow, a timeout called by LaSalle. I think a great no call, by the way, because I do think he just slipped on the floor, did Hawley. The only call he could have made is maybe the hook that you saw right there. And then he came back up with the ball, a timeout called by that LaSalle bench. Excellent to maintain possession. At this point, Alex, this much time left in the game, no shot clock, up 7. Number of possessions and just having the ball in your hands, worth its weight in gold, a good timeout.
I mean, yeah, this is something that LaSalle practices. They want to practice using those longer possessions, and when they do have the lead, they want to use it to their advantage, using that time period and kind of swinging the rock so they can waste time.
This portion of today's game brought to you again by the Great American Pub. Getting towards the final minutes of the game. Where are you going for a meal after the contest? Head on down to the Great American Pub with 3 locations near you. Make sure to visit them and tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you. Thanks to Chuck Hempshire and the entire Hempshire family for their sponsorship of high school athletes and of Bob Long Sports. I missed that. We were making some friends down below us? No?
Yeah,
nothing worth?
One of the young guards on Archbishop Wood, and then some of the kids that I kind of grew up with.
Oh, there you go. Good. I thought they were big Great American Pub fans or something.
I think they were.
Okay.
How could you not be?
.440 to go. Parisi lost the ball. And West Catholic. Bird and now Jennings. Open 3. That one is no good, and O'Brien got a hand on it. Altamare came up with it. Well, for Nair Farlow, the freshman, he had a great start to the contest. He has gone cold since. O'Brien for 3. Hawley, the smallest one on the floor, brings it down. O'Brien tries it again. And McHugh with an offensive rebound. That's a great possession for LaSalle.
Yeah, that's LaSalle playing together right there at its finest. You have offensive rebounds from the smallest and tallest guy on the floor, ultimately resulting in a great putback bucket for the Explorers.
And a good call there from that official on the baseline. That went off the leg of Tariq Jennings after the strip by Grayson McHugh. No argument from that West Catholic bench.
And great awareness by Altamare. He was signaling it to the ref right as it went off his leg heading towards the out of bounds. He knew what was going on.
West Catholic now has to come full court. Good find there by Hudak. O'Brien. Oh, my goodness.
Ooh.
Hawley.
We might have seen one of the highlight plays of the year if that had gone down, guys.
He thinks he's on the Globetrotters right now.
And Liam Hawley traveled with 3:27 to play. That was something else.
Some smiles on the LaSalle bench.
Would have been an SC top 10er for sure.
LaSalle staying in that zone. Good looking 3 for Bird, and he's been short on most of those today. Double coming on Hawley, and he's fouled first by the freshman Nair Farlow. That's the 4th team foul and his 4th.
Four fouls apiece here for these teams. 3 minutes and counting.
Altamare, good job to spin away from that double team. 3rd time's the charm for Joey O'Brien.
I mean, he's been all over this court today. I mean, offensively, defensively, he's been doing everything for this Explorers team.
Good job by Altamare to get back in transition. Good look from the elbow, but it's well short. It's a 12-point lead, matches the largest lead of the night, and now LaSalle has numbers if they want them.
Yeah, and with the last possession is 3 from O'Brien. LaSalle just continuing to diversify the scoring here, attacking the interior as well as cashing in from beyond.
2:16 to play, and West Catholic's going to have to start fouling at some point.
All LaSalle wants to do is keep this clock running with no shot clock available. They'll try and possess this ball for as long as possible here, up 12 points.
And now they give the foul, and that's it. I don't know if they wanted Farlow to give it, but somebody had to give the foul, and that is the 5th personal foul on Nair Farlow, who started the game as well as anybody, guys, on either team.
On the line, shooting 2, Joey O'Brien.
O'Brien, what a night. And if it is LaSalle that ends up with the victory, I'll head down and grab several members, hopefully, of the winning Explorers for a post-game interview, and then head coach Ryan Ansell if we can get him. But I think Joey O'Brien's on the list.
I think that Joey O'Brien would be that #1 option for the iconic post-game interview.
That's right.
Coveted spot here on Bob Long Sports. Oh, and how
Joey
about that?
O'Brien.
Yeah, he's getting the interview.
And that's why, guys, I mean, he's all over.
Got to let it go. Perez hits the 3. Timeout. 1:45 to go, and a sliver of hope remains for West Catholic as they call a timeout with 1:45 to go. The way for the Birds to come back in this game at this point, though, Oliver, has to be turnovers, and then certainly if LaSalle were to foul them and they can find ways to score with the clock stopped. Because again, as we talk about all the time in high school basketball, you score in the final minute, clock doesn't stop. So there's kind of a natural ticking, for lack of a better word, time to this element. And those two things, turnovers and LaSalle fouling, is how West Catholic can mount a late charge.
Yeah, the best illustration for the way this game has turned has been the field goals. In the first half, West Catholic was making everything. Threes were going down, mid-range jumpers were going down. They were playing well down low, and LaSalle was not shooting well in the first half. Now, apart from that point in the couple minutes ago where nothing was going down, LaSalle has been shooting really well. They've been really playing good defense. West Catholic hasn't been shooting very well. So that's how this game has changed and why the score has changed so much.
What do you think of making it a front court kind of night here, guys? I'm looking at the stats that Huck Palmer sent us at the half, and Grayson McHugh had 8 rebounds in the first 2 quarters. He's had some more here. O'Brien, great minutes. Maybe we give the bigs some love tonight.
Any way you slice it, despite the debate here of the Bob Long Sports postgame interview, a great team effort here as a collective for LaSalle.
No doubt.
Like we said before, to battle back down 14 points in the jump of this game. I mean, and really just to continue to leave their foot on the gas in the second half. Just really a remarkable effort here to get into 3 league win territory and keep the playoff hopes alive on home court here. Really nothing more you could ask for from this Explorers team.
And what a matchup Sunday could be, which you guys will carry here on Bob Long Sports. And also, I'll be here to help, but I think on senior day for the team, let's get some senior day love for Danny and for Brady here. We've been doing this for so long. And you might be calling a game that is for the playoffs, and it might be a game for Father Judge where they need to win to get a home playoff game. I mean, the stakes can't be higher for the last day of the regular season. Parisi gets the turnover. Great look for O'Brien. And they called it basket interference. One more look. He did kind of pull down on it. He didn't go up and get the ball a second time.
Then we'd really be talking Globetrotters, right?
Yeah, that's right. Also might have been talking technical foul at that point as well. But 1:10 to go. For West Catholic, it's got to go up quick. And they get the finish, and LaSalle does a good job. Hayes knows what's going on. Hand it to the official. Clock keeps running. Now you start the 5. That's a heady play by a wily veteran. And I have to say, I was watching the game against Archbishop Bryan. We unfortunately couldn't make it, but our wonderful colleagues at Archbishop Bryan, they have their own telecast, so it was their home game. Thrilled to watch Ted Westervelt and his guys. They have a great flair for doing the games, and they talked about Hayes Altamare as one of those guys where he would just back you down at the local Y. And I'm like, oh, my goodness. That's great. Like, he knows how to create the right wedges and seams, and he knows every rule, and he gets fired up, and he's taking charges. It's like, Hayes, yeah, you know, like he's a thorn in your side, and what a compliment that is to his games.
He is not a rookie to PCL play. I mean, he did start as a sophomore for this Explorers squad, but definitely not a rookie, so he's a leader on this team.
He is a leader on this team. My gosh, I think his season has been a great story. Like he was struggling from beyond the arc to start the season, and he just worked and worked and worked, and he's become a lot more proficient. He takes a lot of charges. He mixes it up on the rebounding side of things. It's been great to see. Grayson McHugh, Nick Parisi, have a seat. Parisi a little bit gimpy tonight and affected his minutes a little bit. That's something that we're going to have to keep an eye on. You would love to have him, if you're a LaSalle fan, healthy the last 2 games of the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, while this is a great win for LaSalle here, half a minute to go in this one, basically all but said and done, you still have 2 big games on the horizon. Newman Goretti, the Saints come into Winmore Friday evening. Sadly, I'll not be able to make that game. That will be a blockbuster for the Explorers, see if they can pull off some uncharted upset on home court. But then 2 days later, it's a quick turnaround as well. Like you said, Bob, the Crusaders take on the Explorers 3 p.m. at home, Super Bowl Sunday.
Danny, to your point, that 3 o'clock game on Super Bowl Sunday will be quite the appetizer to the big game. Timeout on the floor, final minute, 9-point game. And again, West Catholic trying to creep back. It's going to come down to, can LaSalle possess the ball, not turn it over, make a couple of free throws, get one stop, and get out of here with a big win, which would eclipse their win total in the Catholic League from last year. And it feels like you're seeing the culture continue to turn here. For West Catholic, they're young, they're learning, they're trying to figure out how to win. It's how LaSalle kind of started this season, and they're both going to end up with 3 wins in the league after this point, both with opportunities to grow that win total in the final weekend of the season. Preston Washington is fouled by Nassim Perez.
But improvement is the thing for this LaSalle squad over here. Like you said, they were only a 2-win team in the PCL last year, but this year, if they win this game, hopefully they will surpass that last year mark and have a 3-game season winning. So
and 3 of 4, by the way.
Exactly.
So they have certainly improved as the season has gone along. That one is good. Again, that clock will continue to run. And Washington is fouled with 10 seconds left.
West Catholic foul number 0, Nassim Perez. That's his 4th. On the line, shooting 2, Preston Washington.
Washington there hitting on that first 10-point game. And a great team win for this LaSalle team. A lot of guys stepping up, playing great roles. Joey O'Brien had a great game, highlight plays all across the court. This LaSalle Explorers offense also led by Liam Hawley, as well as Lou Hudak. Really just a total team effort. I mean, really, there's not one guy you can solely name responsible for this team win.
That's what makes the interview decision so hard. Who do you go down and talk to?
Such a tough choice.
And that's great. And it was absolutely a team win. Nick Parisi spent some time in foul trouble and then a little dinged up. Had 14 first half points in just 6 minutes, but the second half was a lot of Joey O'Brien and, again, Hayes Altamare and Joe Shields gave good minutes. Grayson McHugh was awesome.
I mean, listen, Bob, I'll tell you what. Anytime we have to debate who's
That's
going
right.
to be the interviewed player for LaSalle, I think that's a good thing.
A quick foul, and with 5.2 seconds left, only formality now. Oliver, your takeaway on 32 minutes of basketball here tonight and 3 of 4 in the win column for LaSalle.
Yeah, earlier I mentioned how we were going to see some of LaSalle's best basketball tonight, and we did. They had a really slow start, but then they really picked it up. They shot well, they passed well. A couple mistakes down low, some travels, some offensive giveaways, but other than that, they played a really good game. They played a complete game, and that's why it's been so difficult for us to pick an interviewee.
Washington missed the first. Well, it was a key Monday night. We knew it for weeks. We knew this game would be huge for both teams, and it's LaSalle that comes up with a much-needed victory over West Catholic. They get to 3 wins in the league with 2 games coming up later this week. If they get 1 of 2, they might just be dancing this year in the Philadelphia Catholic League. They set themselves up with a much-needed one.
Yeah, absolutely, guys, and I will take this one away here as Bob finds his way downstairs to the floor for a much-needed Bob Long Sports post-game interview. Obviously, will be electric here with another win on the resume for Ryan Ansel in his first year as head coach of the Explorers, as well as the challenge of selecting a player here to be interviewed on Bob Long Sports. It looks like Bob just grabbed number 13, Grayson McHugh, as well as number 3, Joey O'Brien. So he will have those 2 down for a little post-game interview. Bob will send it away to you.
Grayson McHugh and Joey O'Brien, our guests here post-game. Guys, congratulations on a big win here tonight. Grayson, we had you for 8 rebounds in the first half and more in the second. You got it done inside tonight. How?
It's just a matter of just physicality and influence from my teammates. They're always pushing me to stay aggressive and to push myself to my limits, so it really all goes to them.
And Joey, you lit up the stat sheet: steals, assists, blocks, forced turnovers. What did you do so well out there tonight, and how freeing is it to go 1-2-2 full court pressure? Feels like you're really free in that environment.
Yeah, it's really just defense. Like, defense turns into offense, and Coach Ansel trusts me to be up there and just do whatever I need to do to get the job done. So I just thank him for that.
You guys have been in so many games this year, learning to win. Tonight against a really good West Catholic team, you guys finished it off. They never really gave them a chance in the fourth quarter. What have you learned, Grayson, as the season's gone along about playing with leads and finishing off games like this?
I think the most important thing is playing to win and not playing to not lose. I feel like that's the thing he's nailed home, and if we play to keep pushing and not just let up and try to keep our lead, then we'll really succeed.
And then, Joey, now we turn the attention. Okay, you got the win you needed, 3 wins in the league. You need 4, maybe 5, but let's say 4 to get to the Catholic League playoffs. And now you have 2 games coming up at home this weekend. What's the opportunity feel like, and how are you guys feeling?
Just continue the energy from this game on to that game, and that should be good. Just keep the foot on the gas. That's another win for us. So.
And what do you expect support-wise from that student section? Because I know the school knows that these are 2 big ones in your house this weekend.
Yeah, he did. Coach Ansel, I think he's doing a whiteout night and then senior night. So I'm expecting the fans to be out here, help us, and with a big crowd, we could pull it out.
Guys, congrats and best of luck this weekend. We're looking forward to it. Take care.
Thank you.
Joey O'Brien and Grayson McHugh with us. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Great words from 2 great front court players today. Did a great job playing their role and leading LaSalle to a great 10-point win. I guess if you're a fan of Schoolhouse Rock, you'd say 3 is the magic number, but not yet for the Explorers. Still in search of some key wins to solidify their place in the Philadelphia Catholic League playoffs. So stay tuned. Friday evening, we will have a blockbuster game here from the O.B. O'Brien court. My name is Danny Rovey, closing this one out on behalf of the Bob Long Sports Network. Special thanks to Brady Joyce, our senior guy running camera as always. Going to be great to have you on the broadcast Sunday against Judge, as well as Alex Shevchuk, our junior color guy, as well as Oliver Gomez. Thank you all so much for doing what you do, and thank you, fans, for tuning in to another broadcast. Take care.